how did I get this painting? Well, oh, it's hard to remember, but I think it was just about 12 years ago. Now, it was a warm spring day, and I had just made a big salad, and I had a big salad for myself, but then I gave my dog salad. And dog salads, when you're cutting up the romaine or iceberg, and then you have that little bit on the end, and then you don't really want to eat that bit, but you can cut a little bit of that off, and then you can give it to your pup. And I put it in the dog's bowl, and I call it dog salad. Anyways, and after that, I gave him the dog salad, had my own salad. My roommate started practicing her accordion, and I had to get out of the house because, it was too loud for me and Bobby. Bobby's my dog, and we get out of the house. I'm walking Bobby down the street, going through the neighborhoods, going through the alleys, then back on the sidewalk, and then some more alleys. I like to see what's going on in people's garages and things like that. And, I come across on the sidewalk a pile of junk. And it looked like it was junk for the taking. And by that I mean, it wasn't like... Well, it wasn't like someone was moving out of their house and they had everything organized, getting ready to go into a moving truck. And then it didn't seem like it was a situation where someone was going through a breakup and then they just tossed everything out of the house. Nothing like that. It seemed like it was intentional, that it was on the sidewalk in such a way that it meant that anyone that came across it could then take what was on the sidewalk. And if they didn't take it, it would be picked up by the municipal waste come Monday morning. And Monday mornings are trash day, or was back 12 years ago. It's different where I am now. Our trash day is actually, oh gosh, I think it's Thursday. So you got to put in the can Wednesday night to get that picked up. Anyways, so I figure this pile of trash, these things are for the taking, right? I'm not stealing anything, And so I'm looking at it, I'm going through the pile a little bit, just rummaging around, just taking a look. And in the pile of junk on the sidewalk, I come across this beautiful, beautiful painting here. And it took my breath away. And I said, oh, gosh, I can't believe someone's getting rid of this. It's probably one of the most beautiful things I ever did see. And so I pick it up. It's the only thing I took from the pile. There was a couple of things. Oh, maybe I'll take this with me. I got the dog with me. It's a lot of stuff I'd be having to carry. Anyways, got the painting in one hand, Bobby in the other hand, and we're walking. And who did I run into on the sidewalk? Then my dear friend Judy. And Judy was there. She was walking her baby Linda to the park. And she was like, I haven't seen you in so long. We got to catch up. It's been too long. And I said, I'd love to catch up with you, Judy. Sure, let's go walk to the park. And so we're walking. We're going down the sidewalk. Finally get to the city park. And it's pretty quiet. Weren't a lot of folks there. And so we're catching up. We're chit-chatting. I'm talking to Judy. Judy's pushing baby Linda in the swing, having a good time. And Judy says, can you hold on just a second? I got to use the little girl's room. And I said, sure, I'll watch baby Linda for you. Go ahead. And it's a really nice city park because they actually have facilities there too. So if you need to go to the restroom, you don't have to just go squat in the woods. You know what I mean? It's really nice. And they have a water fountain as well. And so, Judy's in the restroom. Time goes by. I'm pushing baby Linda on the swing, and we're having a good time. And more time passes, and I'm thinking, well, where the heck is Judy? It's been, I don't know, 5 to 20 minutes. I'm not really sure. And starting to worry a little bit, thinking maybe she fell in, or needed some assistance. And so I grab baby Linda, put her in one arm, I tie up Bobby to the tether ball because nobody's playing right now. I figure it's fine. You know, and again, it's a really nice park. They've got the swings, the jungle gym, those spring-loaded little animals. It's an animal, and you sit on it if you're a child, and then you kind of swing back and forth, right? And then they've got well, they got a slide, of course. I don't ride the slide, and monkey bars. What else? Anyway, you know, a lot of time has passed. Got baby Linda go into the restroom. Finally, I'm laughing so hard because I hear Judy in the stall and she's going, "Help, I'm stuck." I said, "What? Did you really fall in? That really happened?" She said, "No, I've been trying to get out, but the stall is locked. I've locked myself in the stall." And now, these are the kind of stalls where there's a little bit of room underneath. You know, it's a really, again, like I said, it's a very nice facility. So there's some room underneath, but I would say it's about that much room. And you know, Judy, she's not a small lady. She's not gonna be able to squeeze through there. And that same goes for the stalls on the side. There's not too much room underneath. And so she's stuck in the stall. So I'm laughing. I get myself together. I go to unlock it. I can't get it unlocked. It's all the way locked. It's actually stuck. It's stuck all the way. And I've got baby Linda in one arm, so I don't even have enough leverage to really give all of my weight to try and get that door open. I'm shaking it. I'm shaking the door. And then finally I just say, I think you actually are stuck in there, Judy, but it's okay. I got baby Linda, and I'm gonna go call for help. So it's fine. So Linda and I, we walk outside to the payphone, and it's not too far away. Again, this is such a great city park because it's got the facilities, it's got the activities. There's a nice green lawn space. You can sit down there, have lunch, but then there's also a payphone nearby, which is great. It's great for safety. And so I go to the payphone. By the time I get there, I go, "You gotta be kidding me. I forgot to bring my wallet with me. I had left this house in such a hurry because of the noise of the accordion that I forgot to bring my wallet, and I didn't have anything in my pockets." And I checked Linda's pocket. She didn't have anything here. She's just a baby. Anyways, so I go back to the stall and I say, "Judy, I'm so sorry. Do you happen to have any coins on you? Because I just went to the payphone and I forgot my wallet. I'm so sorry. I don't have my purse, nothing." And Judy gives me the couple of coins. She slides them underneath the stall there, and I pick them up. Got the coins, got baby Linda. We march back over to the payphone, right? Finally, I call, and I'm calling Bobby. That's my cousin. He's in construction. I figure he's got some tools, right? He doesn't answer. Nobody answers the phone. I think, oh, jeez, I can't go back there. I don't have any tools. I don't know what I'm going to do. Bobby doesn't pick up, so I panic a little bit. Then I get some more coins out, and then I call Bobby. That's my uncle. And he's a mechanic. I figure he's got some tools. He can help out. Bobby answers, but he says he's working on his car right now. He's got his car up on the lift, and then his wife's out, so she can't borrow her car. He's not going to be able to walk down there, especially with the tools. So it's fine. And Bobby says, "It's okay. I'm going to call my buddy Bobby." And because his buddy Bobby's he's an electrician, he's got some tools, something I could use. And he calls his buddy Bobby. He says he's going to be over in a little bit. He'll be at the park shortly. I take Linda. We go back to the park. I get in the stall, or not the stall. I get in the restroom, and I tell Judy it's going to be just a minute because we're waiting on Bobby. And so we keep waiting on Bobby, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. Finally, start to get a little grumble in our tummies. We end up taking some of Linda's Cheerios to snack on. I felt bad. That's the baby's Cheerios, but we needed a little something to snack on. So I'm eating the Cheerios, and I'm sharing them. I'm sliding them under the door. They're not touching the ground. Don't worry. Sliding them under the door to Judy, and we're eating the Cheerios. Finally, A lot of time passes. Bobby shows up. I'm like, where have you been? It's fine. I didn't say that because he's doing us a favor, and I don't really know him. This is Bobby's buddy, Bobby. He shows up with his tools. He starts jimmying the door, shaking a little bit, and then ends up popping off the lock. I said, I saw nothing. I saw nothing, Bobby. Judy comes out. What an ordeal. It was fine. We get baby Linda back in the stroller. I go pick up my dog, Bobby, and the painting is gone. Can you believe it? I said, well, where'd it go? So I was heartbroken, but weeks pass, and in that time, I got a perm. My shin splints were acting up a little bit. I remember I made chili, and I wanted to do a little shopping. And so I go down to Main Street, and I go to the variety store, the one on Main, the market, there. It's next to the down near the alley, past the lamp shop, and then I don't think it's over there. There was a Radio Shack. I don't think it's there anymore. Anyways, I'm looking in the window, and what do I see but this painting? And I said, I marched in the variety store. I go up to the counter, and I said, how much is that doggy in the window? And the clerk says, oh, the one with the waggly tail? I said, no, the one that has the shoe in its mouth. And she says, oh, yeah, that one is actually going to be $12. And I said, great day. I'm not going to pay $12 for that. And I said, how about $5? And she says, how about 10? And I say, okay, $7. And she says, no, how about 10? So I start walking out the door. I'm heading to the exit, same door I came in. And she goes, okay, 8, final offer. And so we lock eyes. I'm looking at her, staring her down. I don't say anything because that's my power play there. And then she says, all right, fine, $7. Serious. So I take it home and I put it in my room, and I love it to death. Now, years pass, 10 years. I'm married to Bobby. Bobby, not my Uncle Bobby's friend Bobby, and not my Uncle Bobby, and not my cousin Bobby, and not my dog Bobby, because that dog has since passed, but my husband Bobby. And we are moving into our first home together. Now, we're moving. I'm going to unpack. I'm looking for my beautiful painting, and it's nowhere to be found. Nowhere. I said, I can't believe this. This is something else. And I look everywhere. I go to the box labeled kitchen. It's not in there. I see the mixer. I see the blender. I see the pots and pans. I see the cast iron, which shouldn't have been in a box. It's too heavy. I look in the attic. See, maybe it got put in a box up in the attic. I look in the car, and then I look under the seat of the car, because you know how sometimes you might have a car and then something will slide under the passenger front seat, and there's just this land of random stuff in there. I thought maybe it got in there. Couldn't find it anywhere. Then another year passes, and I go in the neighborhood. It's a Saturday morning, busy time for yard sales, and I'm walking around, and I see my beautiful painting at a yard sale. And I go up to the lady. I said, she's got her little money box with her. She's keeping an eye on it. She's very professional. She's got a visor on, like one of those blackjack dealers, like at the casino. She's very serious. And she says, I said, how much for the dog? She says $25. I said, you gotta be kidding me. And I said, how about 25 cents? And she says, you gotta be kidding me. And then she says, okay, $20. I said, how about $5? And she says, 18. I said, $6.50. And then she says, 12. And I said, $7.25. Then she says, $10. And I start to walk away. I said, okay, well, whatever. I don't need that. It's fine. And so I'm walking around. I'm looking at other items that she's got, because she's got some toys, some accessories, jewelry, and what else? couple pairs of shoes. She's got a throw blanket that looked real nice with the deer on it. And I thought, oh, that might look nice in her house too. Anyways, I'm looking around, then I see she's got in the toy section one of those speak and spells. And so I say, I'm going to start typing in a speak and spell. I start typing in some choice words. Because I'm driving a hard bargain. I tell her I mean business, some choice words. And then she goes and sees me start to walk away, and she says, $7.50. I say, you throw in these placemats with the dogs playing golf, and you got yourself a deal. She said, okay, deal. I bring it home from the yard sale, and Bobby is really surprised for some reason. I don't know. And since then, it's been in our living room. I put it across from the couch so that everyone can see it, and I look at it regularly, and it just brings me so much joy to look at this precious dog against the wood paneling in our home. Wow, that's truly an amazing story with so many twists and turns that I didn't know where it was going. And I'm so glad you brought this in today, because this right here is something we don't get to see every day. And what you have is a beautiful textbook example of a mid-century modern velvet painting. And this particular piece here, it does not have an artist's signature on it. And, you know, I've looked around on the back, and I'm not seeing a signature there either. But I have conversed with my colleagues here, and what we feel comfortable saying as an auction estimate is that this is worth somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000. Can you believe that? You gotta be kidding me. Wow. I feel comfortable giving that estimate. However, you'll notice that I have these gloves on, and it's not because it is the most precious painting that I've ever touched, but actually because this is quite filthy. And I would say if you were able to either get this professionally restored, or if you carefully restored it yourself, you could see that auction estimate shoot up to about, I would say, $6,500 to $7,000. So, you know, I think this is a great example for me to show some ways that the average velvet painting owner can spruce up their art, because what you'll want to do is never use anything harsh. So you don't want to use any chemicals. You don't want to use any harsh solvents on something like this. Just a mild soap and water, and not too much either. Because of the velvet texture, and I'll show you in here, we have a number of different beautiful highlights that this artist has created with these lighter blue colors. This ornate and delicate blue suede shoe. Now, what kind of puppy are we looking at here? I would say something in a Cocker Spaniel, perhaps even a King Charles Spaniel, but it sort of definitely is a puppy, that's for sure. I don't think this is a full-grown, and that's because we can see that it has puppy dog eyes. So it is either bringing its owner a slipper to wear, or it borrowed the slipper as a chew toy, unbeknownst to its owner. So when you go to clean the areas where there's the highlights on the slipper, the shoe, or the area where you've got the white of the dog's eyes, you do need to be extra cautious in those areas. So that's where I would take something like a cotton swab, right? And you'll put that in the warm water and mild soap solution, and then you do some gentle strokes around those areas, just like that. And you want to do the strokes in the same direction that the paint was applied to the velvet fabric. Do not just scrub up and down everywhere, all which ways. The same direction strokes as the fabric, just like that. Now, you'll need a lot of Q-tips, especially for a piece of this size, so do keep that in mind. And if you don't have any brushes, you'll want to get a couple of paint brushes as well. And I would actually start with paintbrush dusting this entire piece. So I would go probably working from one corner down to the other corner and really make sure you're removing all of the dust and debris. It looks like this beautiful velvet painting has seen a lot of wear and tear, but also a lot of love and appreciation, so it has accumulated quite a bit of dust and debris. And then once you've done that with your larger brush, you'll want to go in with something a little smaller, more detailed, and use that to get more of the dust off of the velvet. At that point, I'm working with a dry brush here. This doesn't have any of a solution on it, no soaps, no water, no liquids, but you're just going in the same direction, one corner to the other, to remove that dust. Now once you've done that with your medium-sized brush, then you can move in to do some work to remove debris with a very fine point paintbrush such as this. And you don't want to have too many hairs on it, and you don't want to have too much liquid. So you bring that in, dust around. Again, see how I'm going in the same direction as the painter's strokes here? Okay. Yes, and then that takes care of, some of the dust, dirt, and debris that has collected on this beautiful piece. However, this piece also contains quite an ornate handmade frame as well. And you said you like the way this looks against your wood paneling, so sounds like you want to keep it in this frame. Yeah, that's correct. Great, so what you'll want to do for that, take your large paintbrush or any sort of unused paintbrush. You don't want to grab one that you've used for painting that has some hard edges on it in the dried paint, because perhaps you didn't clean it off well enough last time you did a project. You take that and dust to get rid of all the excess dust on the edges. Also following along the same grain as the wood. And then when you want to get in those smaller areas, I have this angled brush. And using something like this is really helpful for getting in the nooks and crannies of a frame like this. I can see a lot of debris coming off already. And then that also can go into the details that have been etched in here. Now, when it comes to this area here, you can see a little chunk has been taken out of the actual frame itself. For a piece like this, I don't think a missing piece of the frame is going to take away from as much value, because we've got most of the focus on this beautiful puppy dog. So it's up to you. You could grab some pieces of spare wood, try and match it, stain it so it looks like this, and then glue it in. Or you can just leave it. Or you can take this whole thing into a professional restorer to have it done for you professionally. It's up to you, up to you. Either way, no matter what you end up doing, I want to thank you for bringing this in, because it is such a magnificent piece of beautiful mid-century modern art on one of my favorite mediums, which is dog painted onto velvet. So I appreciate you bringing this in today. Oh, well, thank you so much. I really can't wait to get this one insured. Appreciate you.